Have you ever played a zombie game and thought, I wonder what it'd be like to be the zombie? If so, you need to play this game. It's stupid, it's fun, and it lets you launch your own arm at people. What more could you possibly want? So, Stubbs the Zombie, a rebel without a pulse, a game where you're not just fighting zombies, you are the zombie. And not just any zombie, he's a trench coat wearing, cigarette smoking zombie with the ability to turn an entire town into his personal undead army. I played this on the original Xbox, so it looks as if it should for that era. The 1950s retro-futuristic city of Punch Bowl still looks awesome. It's kind of like a blend of what people in the 50s would have thought the future would have looked like. Some of the buildings are literally just shaped like an old jukebox. However, some of the animations haven't aged well. It's the same with the textures, but it's from the original Xbox, so there are obviously limitations. It does work though, it's kind of like a B-movie. It just gives off that vibe. Now the soundtrack is fantastic. They got modern bands to do covers of 50s classics. Somehow they're better than the originals. Every now and then catch myself humming along to Lollipop from the intro. I'm just glad no one caught me. But one of the best bits of the game is the voice acting. NPCs scream some of the funniest lines, and the cutscenes have some of the classic 2000s humour we just don't get anymore. I really wish you could find games which bring this sort of thing back.
My pleasure.
The game isn't perfect. The AI is questionable. Sometimes they just stand there and let you eat them. The horde will get caught in the door, but the worst thing is the driving missions. The Xbox was the first console to use proper triggers on the controller, yet being made in the Halo engine, you're forced to use the analog sticks. Seriously, it's bad. The warthogs suck in Halo, the cars suck in this. This isn't the kind of game you're going to play for 100 hours. It's a one and done kind of thing. For a full playthrough, it's maybe 6 to 8 hours, which is great if you're on a time budget. It's all it needs to be. Maybe you could do 2 runs and try some different approaches, but the game is so fun. You just get hooked. It's the kind of game you'll revisit every few years, just for the chaos. Like seriously, building a horde and just going on a rampage is so much fun. There's a reason this game is a cult classic. If you want a game where you get to be a bad guy, Stubbs the Zombie is a must play. I gave this game an 8 out of 10. If you want me to break it down into sections, I gave gameplay an 8, graphics a 7.5, sound is definitely a 10. Performance let it down a little due to the car driving, so I gave that about a 6.5, and replayability is a 7, just simply because even though it's a story game, you will come back to it. Now there's not much more for me to say than go play the game yourself. And if you have already, what did you think of it? If you liked the video, drop a like, maybe subscribe, and let me know what games you'd like me to play next. Take it steady.